Ride the path led by the Holy Spirit. Do not be afraid, or fear not, are some of the most repeated phrases in the Bible. This was probably the most terrifying night ride I've ever had in my motor life. I've done night rides before, alone too, but this time felt different. While snow-heavy rain, still foggy, my sight was cut short, and I just felt surrounded by darkness. I couldn't increase my speed on the road because the visibility was so poor. I only had the front of the road to focus on, or else I'd risk falling off the cliff. Even with my full motorbike gear on, I was getting cold, and throughout this, all I could cry out was God's protection to guide me home. This darkness made me feel so exposed, paranoid with attacks from behind and from the sides, as if they were ready to consume me with oppression. Being in pure darkness truly scares me. Even now, I can't sleep in pitch black. I needed God's light and protection to make my way home. What I took from this night ride was, you have to keep going regardless how scared you are. Even when you can't see much, God still sees you. Don't rush or try to speed things up because you want to escape your current dark situation. You'll end up crashing or injuring yourself. Trust God's pace. Even if you know the path or direction you need to take, it's God's pace this time for your own safety. I knew this road going home very well in my mind, yet I couldn't go my usual pace. I couldn't drive faster. I just had to stay consistent and pray to God to get me home safely, not to keep me stranded and abandon me. We can't control the weather. Storm in the dark will come. We must safely discern and pull through it with God. I felt the darkness wanting to consume me. What if my motorbike broke down? My tires got punctured, my front lights shutting off. I had no signal high up there. But yet, my motorbike's condition was still great and fully functioning. With my Bluetooth music not playing, I just had the silence of the road and the sound of my bike to keep me company. I could have drowned my mind with anxiety of darkness coming after me, but instead I focused on praising God and calling on Him to guide me home safely. So when you're in darkness and you feel like you're not in control because of the outer circumstances, call upon God. Believe in Him to hear you, protect you, and take you home. No matter how long you think the darkness and oppression will be, He will be there with you through it all. I made it home through God's grace. Here are some Bible verses to meditate on and silence darkness away. Ephesians chapter 6, verses 11 to 12. Put on the whole armor of God, that you may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places. Romans chapter 13, verse 12. The night is fast spent, the day is at hand. Therefore, let us cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Psalm chapter 119, verse 105. Your word is a lamp to my feet, a light to my path. Psalm chapter 107, verse 14. He brought them out of darkness and the shadow of death, and broke their chains in pieces. Psalm chapter 23, verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Psalm chapter 18, verse 28. For you will light my lamp. The Lord, my God, will enlighten my darkness. Psalm chapter 18, verse 4 to 6. The pangs of death surrounded me, and the floods of ungodliness made me afraid. The sorrows of Sheol surrounded me. The snares of death confronted me. In my distress I called upon the Lord, and my cry came before Him, even to His ears. Psalm chapter 3, verse 3. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory, and the one who lifts up my head. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your paths. Nahum chapter 1 verse 3. And the Lord has his way in the whirlwind and in the storm, and the clouds are the dust of his feet. Micah chapter 7 verse 8. Do not rejoice over me, my enemy. When I fall, I will arise. When I sit in darkness, the Lord will be a light to me. John chapter 1 verse 5. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness did not comprehend it. Isaiah chapter 60 verses 1 to 2. Arise, shine, for your light has come. The glory of the God is risen upon you. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and deep darkness the people. But the Lord will arise over you, and his glory will be seen upon you. Isaiah chapter 42 verse 16. I will bring the blind by a way they did not know. I would lead them in paths they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and crooked places straight. These things I will do for them, and not forsake them. Exodus chapter 13 verse 21. And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 verse 3. But the Lord is faithful, for who will establish you and guard you from the evil one. 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 6. For it is the God who commanded light to shine out of darkness, who has shone in our hearts to give the light of the knowledge of the glory of God in the face of Jesus Christ. 1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Job chapter 29 verse 3. When his lamp shone upon my head, and when by his light I walked through darkness. Psalm chapter 27 verse 1. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? Thank you for joining my motor ride. I hope you enjoyed hearing these words of God today. And thank you for taking the time to share and subscribe if you haven't already. Have a blessed day.